Hi everyone. Today we're going to do a little speed comparison between Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 4 and Kimi K2, specifically the September 5th version. That's faster and a little better at tool calling, console, and front end. Kimi's running on Grok, which is pretty fast for it. And one more thing to call attention to is Claude is running at $15 per million token output, whereas Kimi is $2.50. We're giving this, normally when I code, I like to kind of go back and forth with the model, not give it a big shot at once, but we're going to give it a big shot at once. And we're going to ask it to write a Python script that accepts a directory and identifies screenshots taken by macOS in that directory. It's going to have to write a regex to recognize those screenshots and extract the date of when they were taken. We're going to then have that script output that in a JSON file. After that's completed, if it's successful, I've asked it to write a single web page that displays those screenshots in a thumbnail with a small visualization that allows you to see when they were taken and filter. And I've included a little call down here to try to encourage both of these guys that sometimes will attempt to open the index file, but because they're referring to images, we need to run a web server. So this one's going to run a web server on port 8001, this one 8002, and we're going to see how they go. So we've got this in act mode. I'm going to hit go. Give Sonnet just a little bit of a head start here. And right away, you can just see how fast Kimi is. It's done with the script. Let's see if it works. So it's making that test. Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, Claude's writing the script. Didn't find any screenshots. I wonder why. It's checking to see why. The regex was broken because I didn't give it a wide representation of potential names. So it missed the AM PM issue. Wrote a new one, found an error. Let's see if it can fix it. Claude is also debugging an error. All right, Kimi's done. And it's writing the web page. Claude is debugging. Well, that's wrong. It's not matching Claude. I'm looking at Claude now. It finds the directory, but it's not seeing it. Oh, okay. What's it doing? Okay. Kimi is now running on a local host. Let's see what we got here. 8002. And as Claude's running, is it fixing the bug? Okay, it's fixing the bug. Meanwhile, we've got Kimi over here. We've got this timeline, kind of a goofy timeline. But down here, and this is good, I don't want you to see my screenshots. But we've got probably a CORS error here or a path error. But I'm quite happy with that. Click on a timeline to filter by date. Oh, nice. That filter works great. Very good. Well, I got to say, I'm kind of surprised. I would have thought Claude would have one-shot this, but it's still dealing with the script slowly. And at the same time, we proceed. Oh, it's fixing the 404 errors. Let's run the command and reload. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit because I don't. Yep, there we go. Nice. Okay, Claude is now moving on to the HTML. All right, while this is done, check this out. 10 cents. That's how much Kimi cost. Claude is currently at 41 cents, and it's just starting on the website. Let's see what it can do. This is a good example of why anyone who uses Claude code always has a cup of coffee handy to take a lean back and drink. Though there are some recent projects. I think Chris Van Pelt has a new project on GitHub called Catnip, which lets you run Claude code in parallel with each other, handling Git conflicts. Yeah, I'll reset that. Let's see this down. So Cline's already thrown the API request warning, and now let's run this thing. So an advantage Cline does have, Claude has, is that it can use the browser, and it did a better visualization. So now we can actually analyze the browser, which is something that Kimi cannot do. So to be fair to, and let's pull this up so we can see, has the same issue with got it. So it's solving the problem that Kimi couldn't solve, which is creating the symbolic links. So nice solve there. Claude points to Claude. The thing so I've been running Kimi for almost a week now. And the thing that I will call out will sometimes get you is context window. It recently did increase its context window, but if you're working with data, especially like geospatial data or large CSV files, it will occasionally attempt to read too much and overload its context. That happens occasionally, not too much. And you can usually work around it. I do think Claude is better at debugging. But what's nice about this is in Cline, you can actually switch back and forth between models. And look at that. There we go. Claude fixed the issue. So it better debugged the issue, fixed its regex, and actually displayed it. So Claude is finished. It succeeded. And it created symlinks, which partial credit to it because I don't really want those symlinks to stick around. But 80 cents versus 10 cents, and we've been going for several minutes after Kimi finished. And it's still running up the cost. Great. All right. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I encourage you all to check out Cline and check out Kimi K2.